Have you ever looked at your bank account and felt like you're working harder than ever, yet you're still just one bad Tuesday away from a total collapse? This feeling of financial anxiety is not a personal failure. It's a symptom of a broken system and a lack of a clear, actionable plan. We are constantly bombarded with conflicting advice, from get-rich-quick schemes to complex investment strategies that feel impossible to understand. Most people try to build wealth by throwing random dollars at the stock market like they're feeding a slot machine. They're hoping for a jackpot while ignoring the massive, gaping holes in their financial bucket. They worry about which crypto coin or trendy stock to buy, while high-interest credit card debt is sitting there, silently compounding and laughing at their efforts. This approach is gambling, not investing. It's stressful, inefficient, and rarely works. Today, we're going to stop the guesswork and the gambling. We are going to follow a mathematically optimized, step-by-step roadmap that will take you from that midnight anxiety to actual, tangible financial freedom. This is a proven sequence designed to maximize your returns and minimize your risk, starting right now. Before you buy a single share of stock, before you even think about retirement, you need a win. Your very first, non-negotiable goal is to save $1,000 as fast as humanly possible. This is not a retirement plan. It is a psychological safety net, a financial firewall. Think of it this way. When a minor emergency hits, a flat tire, a small medical bill, a sudden vet visit, that $1,000 turns a check engine light from a life-altering disaster into a simple minor inconvenience. Without it, that small problem forces you to use a high-interest credit card, which immediately derails your entire financial future. This first chunk of liquidity is often the hardest money you will ever save, but it is the weapon that finally stops the bleeding. To achieve it quickly, you need to be ruthless. Sell unused items around your house, take on a temporary side hustle, or cut every non-essential expense for 1 month. You are in a financial sprint to secure this initial buffer. Once you have it, you will feel a profound shift in your confidence. Once you have that $1,000 buffer secured, you move to the closest thing to a financial cheat code that exists, the employer match. If your boss offers a 401k match, that is a guaranteed 100% return on your money before it even hits the market. Let's look at the math. If your company matches 50 cents on the dollar up to 6% of your salary, and you contribute 6%, you have instantly doubled your money. No stock, no real estate deal, and no crypto investment can guarantee that kind of day-one return. Leaving that match on the table is the same as refusing a raise or using a $20 bill to light a cigarette. It is pure, unadulterated financial waste. Your priority here is simple. Capture the full match first. If you can only afford to contribute enough to get the match, then that is exactly what you do. Do not invest a single dollar anywhere else until you have maximized this free money. This is the most powerful, risk-free investment you will ever make. Now it's time to get aggressive with the single biggest anchor dragging down your financial ship: high-interest debt. I define this as anything charging you more than 8% interest, which includes most credit cards, personal loans, and some car loans. Carrying a credit card balance at 22% while trying to earn 10% in the stock market is a fool's errand. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. The 22% guaranteed loss from the debt is far greater than the potential gain from the market. Paying off that 22% card is a guaranteed 22% return on your money, which is likely better than any professional investor can promise you over the long term. To tackle this, you have two main strategies. The first is the debt avalanche method. You list all your debts and attack the one with the highest interest rate first, regardless of the balance. This is the mathematically superior method because it saves you the most money and interest over time. The second is the debt snowball method. You list your debts from smallest balance to largest and pay off the smallest one first. This is the psychological winner, as the dopamine hit of seeing small balances disappear can keep you motivated. Choose the method that you are most likely to stick with. The goal is to eliminate all non-mortgage debt above 8%. With the high-interest debt gone, it's time to turn that initial $1,000 starter fund into a true life raft of 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is your fully funded emergency fund, and it should be held in a high-yield savings account where it's safe and easily accessible. Reaching the $10,000 milestone is a psychological game changer that eliminates those 3 a.m. anxiety sessions. But when you hit $20,000, your brain actually shifts out of survival mode and into a state of abundance. This is what we call walking away money. This fund gives you the power to negotiate from strength at work, or even leave a toxic situation because you are no longer desperate for the next paycheck. It buys you time and options. If you lose your job, you have 6 months to find a new one without panicking. This fund is the foundation of true personal freedom. Now that you are stable, debt-free, and secure, we move into the serious investing phase, starting with tax-efficient filters. The government gives you powerful incentives to save for retirement, and you must take advantage of them. Start by maximizing your individual retirement account, or IRA. This gives you more control and often lower fees than most company plans. For most beginners, a Roth IRA is the winner because your money grows tax-free and comes out completely tax-free in retirement. You pay the taxes now, when you are likely in a lower tax bracket, and enjoy the tax-free growth later. After the IRA, check if you have access to a health savings account, or HSA. This is the Swiss Army knife of investing because it is triple tax-advantaged, tax-deductible going in, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical costs. If you have a high-deductible health plan, maxing out your HSA is arguably the single best investment vehicle available. If you still have money to deploy after maxing out your IRA and HSA, go back and max out the rest of your 401k. Remember, you already contributed enough to get the match in Step 2. Now you are filling up the rest of that tax-advantaged bucket. Finally, once you have exhausted every tax-advantaged bucket the government offers, you can move to a taxable brokerage account. This is the Wild West of investing. It offers total flexibility for goals like buying a house, starting a business, or retiring early, even though you have to deal with the tax drag of the IRS taking a cut along the way. This is where you put money for goals that are not strictly retirement-focused. As you follow this order, remember a crucial truth about wealth building. Reaching your first $100,000 is the hardest part of the entire journey. It requires the most discipline, the most sacrifice, and the most time. But here is the mathematical secret. Hitting $100,000 means you are already 1/3 of the way to $1 million in terms of time. The beginning is brutal and exhausting, like pushing a boulder up a steep hill. But once you hit that crest, compound interest finally wakes up and starts doing the heavy lifting for you. The next $900,000 will come faster than the first $100,000. Trust the process. The system is designed to keep you on a financial treadmill, trading your time for a paycheck that disappears into stuff you don't need and interest payments you can't afford. But by following this map, you stop playing defense and start playing offense. You stop being a debtor and start being an asset owner. This roadmap is your blueprint. It is a clear, sequential path to financial power. The choice is now yours. Will you continue to feed the slot machine, or will you start building the machine that works for you?